retention, the customer retention APIs. Now, were you working on that, Dan?
No, I was not.
Weren't you working on something? You were working on some kind of win-back messaging, or you talked about it, I thought.
Mm-mm. It was just subscription, store kit, notification server side. That's not
And
right.
what does that do?
Well, it's just taking it's taking your store kit code and putting it on the server. And that's what I was working on. So every transaction.
Oh, to handle, so it handles all the parts of your purchase on the server side,
Yep.
and then your server can just tell your app what's what.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes, yeah, correct. The subscription service has moved to my server, and my server is talking to Apple's server when a purchase
Oh,
is
that's great.
made instead of it all being on device. The reason I did that was because I wanted to be able to allow my beta testers to have everything unlocked. When you subscribe to an app on the beta, the subscription expiration time is drastically accelerated. So there's some features on my social network that are behind a paywall, a subscription wall, that if you don't subscribe, you can't check into more than 5 places. So beta testers would have to constantly resubscribe if they wanted to check in and post from these locations. And it's
Because the beta subscription only lasts a short little bit in the sandbox thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it expires at, I think I want to say that a yearly subscription expires after a week. So that's not a great experience as a beta tester. So I moved everything to the server, and then I just put a true false thing on every user is beta tester. And I can, from my end, I can set just true false. I can just flip that to true, and then they just get every
Okay.
unlock.
Okay.
And that's why I went through that whole process. But it was an interesting,
Wow.
yeah.
Sounds like a process.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it is better because you can manage your users, your subscription levels, and features much more fine grained. And I haven't looked at it for a couple of weeks, so I couldn't get into the nuances. But it is a great way to do it. There's some dark patterns that you can get into there because you know immediately if somebody unsubscribes or they cancel their renewal, it sends that notification immediately, and the Apple's API does.
Really?
So you could you could then go down that rabbit hole of if you have gathered email addresses and you've registered to say that I'm going to use these email addresses to serve, you know,
And push notifications or something and say, "Whoa, what are you doing, buddy?"
then you could get into the win back, and so there's good things there too, but it's just I hate those dark patterns. Like if I want to unsubscribe because I'm not happy with the app, I'm going to unsubscribe. And that should be a message to the developer that, hey, people are churning,
Yeah.
and why are they churning? Where are they churning? Maybe,
Be great to be able to ask them though.
good point.
So
Good
there's
point.
that. Could be like, "Whoa, looks like you're leaving. Can you just answer us one, two questions?"
Right.
First question,
What could we do better?
what could we have done better here? And number two, how about if we give you a discount and you keep working?
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate overwhelming, people with that.
Yeah.
I hate feeling overwhelmed with stuff like that. So I don't do it. Plus I don't have any subscribers. So it's not really a problem.
That works.
That was, that's what
Yeah, because no, so related to that, there's this retention messaging API that was in beta on you had to be sort of accepted into their thing. And I know Revenue Cat was doing something with that. But my understanding is that in the fall here, what we're going to see is if you go to unsubscribe to something, you're going to right there in that unsubscribe screen from Apple's thing, you're going to see you're going to be able to have, as a developer, have a win back message and an offer for the user. And it sounds like you might not get to know who the user is specifically. Like you might know that. Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're going to offer there because sounds like they're going to give you a couple different forms of messaging that so you can have like prefab messages of different sorts that you could offer, but and then you could say, hey, sorry to see it go, but ideally you would want to say, well, like, boy, if this is someone that's really been using my app, maybe I want to offer them something good, but if
a
it's someone
long
that,
time.
they
Yeah.
haven't really touched it in 6 months, well, but they just realized they're paying, then maybe I don't maybe there's no point to offering that, or at least maybe you could offer something different. I don't know what the level is there, but it sounds like that's going to be right in that at that point of when you hit unsubscribe, it's going to give you an option to say, are you sure you want to unsubscribe? How about 5.99 instead? I don't know totally how I feel about that, but I also don't know all the details. So